Once upon a time, in a colorful neighborhood full of kids, there lived an 8-year-old boy named Tommy. Now, Tommy was an explorer. While other kids played video games indoors, Tommy spent his hours digging in the dirt, chasing butterflies and making forts. And one sunny afternoon, while playing near the old oak tree at the edge of his garden, Tommy noticed something strange. Hidden beneath a patch of ivy was a tiny wooden door, no taller than his hand. Its frame sparkled faintly as though it held a secret. Curious, Tommy reached out and knocked gently. And to his surprise, the door creaked open on its own and a warm glow spilled out. From inside stepped a tiny glowing fairy with wings that shimmered like morning dew. "Hello, Tommy," she said in a soft, bell-like voice. "You know my name?" Tommy gasped. "Of course. My name is Luma, and this is our world." She waved her hand, and suddenly the doorway widened just enough for Tommy to peek inside. His eyes grew wide. Beyond the door lay an entire tiny town, glowing with golden lanterns, mushroom-shaped houses, winding pebble streets, and creatures no bigger than his toys. Tommy crawled through and found himself in Tiny Town. Little beetle-like creatures waved cheerfully. Tiny elves carried baskets of fruit, and glowing fireflies lit the streets like floating lamps. "Wow," he whispered. "This place is amazing." Just then, a chubby little beetle with a round belly tumbled out of a cart and landed at Tommy's feet. "Oof, watch where you step, giant," the beetle said, brushing off dust. Then he looked up and smiled. "I'm Bruno, the funniest beetle in town." He tried to bow but tripped again, making Tommy laugh. Luma explained that only kind-hearted children could see Tiny Town. "We've watched you for a long time, Tommy," she said. "We know you care about others, and we need your help." Suddenly, two tiny giggles echoed from behind a mushroom house. Out popped the Mischief Twins, small elf-like pranksters with messy hair and playful grins. They were holding something shiny in their hands. "It's the glowstone," Luma gasped. "The glowstone," Tommy echoed. "What's that?" "It's the heart of Tiny Town," Luma explained. "The crystal that keeps the lanterns glowing and the flowers blooming. Without it, the town would fade into darkness." The twins darted away, laughing. "Catch us if you can." And without hesitation, Tommy set off after them. Through winding pebble paths and across a sparkling stream, Tommy chased the twins. The tiny folk cheered, though some worried the boy was too big for their delicate world. But Tommy was careful. He tiptoed, crouched low, and moved gently so he wouldn't break anything. At last, he cornered the twins near a flower bridge. He knelt down, catching his breath. "Why did you take it?" he asked. The twins looked at each other, then lowered their heads. "We just wanted attention. Everyone listens to the glowstone, not us," the twin whispered. Tommy smiled kindly. "You don't need to steal to be noticed. You're special just the way you are." He reached out his hand, and slowly the Mischief Twins placed the glowstone back in his palm. Together, they carried it back to the center of Tiny Town. When Tommy placed it back on its pedestal, the glowstone lit up brighter than ever, sending beams of light across the tiny houses. The town cheered. The wise elder, Elda, hobbled forward. She was small and wrinkled with a staff carved from a twig. "Thank you, Tommy," she said. "You have shown kindness and wisdom. Our world is safe again." Tommy beamed. He felt proud, not just for finding the glowstone, but for helping the twins understand the importance of honesty. As the sun began to set in the real world, Luma led Tommy back to the glowing door. "You can visit us whenever you like," she said. "But remember, our greatest magic is not the glowstone, but the kindness you carry in your heart." Tommy stepped back into his garden, and as the door closed behind him, it faded into the ivy. For a moment, he wondered if it had all been a dream. But then he looked down and saw a tiny lantern in his pocket, a gift from Tiny Town, glowing softly in the twilight. Tommy smiled. "I'll be back," he whispered. "Kindness and honesty are brighter than any magic. Doing good makes you truly special."